little mock draft late night, out and about edition, but I got a little surprise for you. I got my iPad with me, and we're going to jump into a Superflex best ball draft. Can you guys hear me okay on my AirPod? There's a lot of sound around. I want to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. Give me an okay on that if you can. DJ, appreciate you being here. We will be drafting here shortly. We'll be jumping into an Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Garrett, Garrett, there's something about you, bro, that you just like to argue with everything I say. You literally like to argue with everything I say. I just came on here and told you we're mock drafting right now. And instead of just being patient, instead of not disagreeing with me one time, you say, come on, Smitty, I want to draft. And I just told you, Garrett. I just told you we're drafting. So calm down. Ron Navy in the building. Cactus Jack, what's up? We're going to be jumping into a live mock in T-minus 1 minute. Today's topic will be, can you guys hear me okay? Everything loud and clear? I think I got a couple okays. We'll be jumping into, appreciate you, D-Class. We'll be jumping into a Best Ball Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Link will be, I don't think the link's in the description here, but you can go to thefantasyfootballshow.com/underdog. And that way you can jump right in. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to jump in right now, hit this button right now. This is it. You're going to go to the big board Superflex, hit the button. Let's go. Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate you, Garrett. Okay. 9 more to start. I'm just out and about. Seven more to start. We'll be jumping into a draft, and this is a Superflex Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Swipe me away to try it out. What is it? Swipe right to quickly draft a player. Okay. They added a new feature there. That's pretty cool. Okay. Travis, appreciate you. Love the commitment. Thank you, Lee. Jose in the building. What's up, Jose? Drop a like. Garrett, appreciate the super chat. See, the one thing about Garrett is Garrett will always come in strong with a way to butter me up, and I forget everything that happened. What's up, Cop Watch? One more to start, and then it's go time. One more to start, ladies and gentlemen. One more to start, and then we will be ready to rumble. Everybody can hear me pretty clear, right? I'm going to have another ear pod in a second, and I'm hoping that it's a little louder. Draft begins soon. This is swipe right to draft. Okay, just a nice little trick versus having to tap the player and hit draft. I don't know if that was in the update on the iPad. I know the iPad didn't work earlier. Draft starts in 43 seconds. TD Strikers, of course, gets the 1 pick. Hey, at least I got the 5. At least I got the 5 pick. I'm not sitting at, the 11 or 12. In the building tonight, we got TD Strikers from the 1. We got Ian from the 2. We got Leo in 3. We got Hat Fry, myself, Pat, King Johnny. We got Cash Morris. We got Matt. We got George from the Bay. We got Aaron. And we got, we'll call him Led. All right. Let's go. Dan Grimm, the Grim Reacher, didn't get in. Okay, on the clock, TD Strikers. What are we doing, pal? What are we doing, Ron? Go running back, Ron. Go running back. Or take a wide receiver. Do it live, Ron. Do it live. Let's see who Ron takes. Ron takes Jalen Hurts, baby, with the 1.1. Patty Mahomes. Josh Allen. Do I get Joseph Burrow or Fields? Okay, I get Burrow. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to draft Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. Burrow going to your boy Smitty. Big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. Here's the board. Here's the draft so far. Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, your boy Smitty, Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow Number 6 overall is on the clock. This is Pat Pat. Let's see what Pat Pat does. What do you take? Who are you taking, Pat Pat? Your options are as follows. Herbert, if you want to go QB. Justin Jefferson, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence. Are you at Shaq's chicken spot? No, I'm not, Ian. I am not. Pat timed out, or he barely was able to draft. Let's go back to the board. We got Justin Herbert going. We only have one non-QB going. That's Jamar Chase at 6. Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, and then Matt is on the clock. George from the Bay. We'll recap in a second. I'll kind of go back and forth. I kind of like drafting like this, to be honest with you. Anybody else kind of intrigued by the new layout, the new environment? Granted, it's a little makeshift, unorthodox, but I feel pretty good being out and about, breathing some fresh air. I'm sitting by the fountain. I'm having a good time here, and I'm able to do this from my iPad on my personal hotspot, doing it live. Then I get to run after. Let's get back to the draft. We've got Lamar Jackson, Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Travis Kelce, Kirk Cousins going awfully high. That's going to piss off Ron Navy. That's going to piss off Ron Navy royally. Let me see if I got my other pod charged. I'm going to see if I can charge this other pod. So my Cooper Kupp, Daniel Jones. See, I just can't force these Daniel Jones, Cousins, and even Dak. I can't force these picks in the second round. I love having the flexibility of going one quarterback and then digging into arguably a first round type player. I'm on the clock. It just went Bijan. Okay, it went Bijan. I've got my pick of all these monsters right here. I think I'm probably going to roll with Tyreek Hill. Let's queue them up in case I time out. Let's go to the RBs and just take a gander. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the queue, and let's go ahead and draft Tyreek Hill and do it live. Okay, so Tyreek Hill goes to your boy. We got, let's go to the board. We got from the 5 spot, we've got Burrow and Tyreek Hill. AJ says, I'm at 1.11 going weird on this one. Okay, we'll take a look at what you got going on. So Diggs, it went Tyreek Hill to me. It went Tua. It went Diggs. It went Walker. It went AJ Brown, and now TD Strikers, who has Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. Is he going to go Devontae Smith? Is he going to go with the triple? Ron can never be happy. What did Ron say? Ron's got the stack going on. No, I'm not pissed. I got Hurts. Ron got the stack. Just swipe right, says Blind Larry. Okay. Garrett Wilson, I like that. That's a nice trio there. Patrick Mahomes, Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and who? Okay, Aaron Rodgers. Nice pick. I mean, at that point, third round, I'm getting close to being on the clock here. I'm on the clock. It went Devontae Adams. Let's go RB and check out the RBs. I like Barkley a lot. I like Breece Hall. I've been doing a lot of Breece Hall, so maybe I will go Barkley in this situation. Let's queue up Barkley, and then let's hit back over to the wide receivers and just take a gander. You guys know I like a lot of these guys. Quarterbacks, not forcing anybody here. We'll go back to the queue. We'll just go balanced approach. We'll take Saquon Barkley and go back to the board view and give it a little look-see. So we got Joe Burrow, Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, feeling pretty good about that balance. Feeling pretty solid about that balance. The team so far, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Aaron Rodgers. Pretty good squad so far, I must say. Justin Fields, Tua, and Devontae. Joe Burrow, Tyreek, and Saquon. Again, that's my team. Jamar Chase, Bijan, and Amon-Ra. Pretty solid. Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, and whoever King Johnny decides to take right here, he's going with Nick Chubb. I mean, par for the course. I'm traditionally 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10 or 11 times out of 10 going to always go Burrow or Fields or Allen or Mahomes, one of the top 5 quarterbacks. And then I'm not going to draft another quarterback until later because I want to fill out my entire roster to the most extreme degree, get the best value at every single pick, maximize the value advantages at each position, and there's 100 ways to win in a best ball draft. This is the way that I mean, I win it. I win with it every year, in one way or another. And yesterday to prove that this is really the best strategy that you could possibly take into a best ball draft if you're given a top 5, top 6 pick. I drafted live with it. We won the league. So I implemented said strategy, put my money where my mouth was, and we totally dominated with the team last year. And we lost Javonte Williams, and we lost St. Brown for a little while, and we lost what was it? Who was it? Was Chase on that team? I forget if Chase was on that team. We had a couple injuries. Derrick Henry, that's a good 4th-round pick in a best ball draft. I'll tell you that. I would have definitely went with Derrick Henry had he fallen. Okay, so we got Russell Wilson. There's some good quarterbacks here, but I think at the same time, I want to take a gander at what we got going on here and say to ourselves, we got a lot of upside here. We can't. Ron Navy, we let Ron. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Ron's going to get mad at me. T. Higgins. Oh, I could go T. I'm not going to snipe Ron. But I don't even know if that's what I want to do. I got Joe Burrow, Barkley, and Tyreek. Boy, I've got a tough dilemma on my hands because I like a handful of players. Pat grabs Amari Cooper. I like a lot of players right here. I'm real excited about a bunch of these guys. Going to the queue. Who works best with this trio here? Burrow, Barkley, Tyreek Hill. The stack's nice, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ride. The stack is nice. I know a lot of you love stacks, but you know what? I draft best player available. I don't let stack dictate my team. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not doing it. I'm not forcing it. I'm going with my home run hitters. Give me Tony Pollard all day long. Give me Tony. 4th-round pick. Can't complain. I know, Ron. I'm just joking with you. Rookie QBs are generally bad. It depends, Prime. You're generalizing, like you just said. Generally bad. You're generalizing. Why don't you take a case by case, Prime? Okay, Ron Navy got him. Ron, I'm happy for you though, because like part of me wants you to win this league, and you got a really good squad. He got the stack. Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith. Really hard to do, and he got Najee. I'm really liking the squad, Ron. I'm not saying I left him just for you, but I did leave him because I was borderline, and I wanted to see you get that triple stack. Debo just went. Ridley just went. I'm almost on the clock here. Jacobs just went. Okay, the best players available for me. God, I kind of want to, yeah, as much as I want to go QB right here, I'm not. I'm going Christian Watson. Give me the Watson monster. Give me the Joe cigar smoker. Give me the Saquon Barkley. Give me the Tony Pollard. Give me that Tyreek Hill and Christian Watson, and we're gonna walk straight to the bank. We're walking straight to the bank with that that five that 5 stack. Yeah, buddies. Look at that squad. Doing pretty good. I do love Ron Navy's team. Let's go back to Ron's. Let's kind of go through these. Ron Navy getting the Hurts, the Najee, the AJ Brown, the Garrett Wilson, the Devontae. I like it. Mahomes. Let's go to the board view. Board view. Ron Navy, Hurts, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith, Najee. Very, very solid. When your car was in the shop. Smitty, do you buy those shoes on the live? Maybe I did, bro. Maybe I did. I got the office socks on too from the office. Maybe I did, bro. Okay. Um, Mahomes, Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, Mark Andrews, Debo, Josh Allen, Diggs, A Rod, Ramondre Calvin, Fields, Tua, Devontae, T, Josh Jacobs, Joe Burrow, Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, Watson. That's mine. Chase, Bijan, Amon Ra, Cooper, Russell Wilson. Good quarterback that late, bro. Justin Herbert, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Jared Goff, Mike Williams. Cash Money has Trevor Lawrence, Cooper Cup, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Jordan Love. That's a really decent running crew considering, bro. I gotta admit. Lamar, Daniel Jones, Brees Hall, Jalen Waddle, Drake London, Keenan Allen. I'm almost on the clock. I'll have to circle back. Let's. Kyler just went, so I'm on the clock. Um, wow. I really like Bryce Young. I've been going a lot of Anthony Richardson. Let's go Bryce Young. Let's do it live. He's really the first. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft class. You're going to see me drafting a lot more Bryce Young than I am AR-15 at this point. I like them both, but I'm circling toward Jimmy G. No thanks. Burrow, Bryce Young, Barkley, Tony Pollard, Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson. We can't have nice things. I mean, Kyle Pitts is so far down and he still goes. You get sniped like crazy. Let's get on over here. Deshaun Watson, Dak, Olave, Derek Carr, Sanders, Jahmyr Gibbs. This team right here: Christian McCaffrey, uh, Kelsey, Gino, Dak, Trey Lance, Amon Ra, Etn, Hawkinson. Solid teams. I'm not going to review them again. I've already reviewed them for the most part. So there you go. Almost on the clock. I'll be switching the camera around again once I get there. But I feel pretty good about the squad. There are several players that I like right here. I'm queuing them up right now. We're going to flip the camera around. I don't really want to share and show my hand until it's time to pick. Um, there are a lot of guys that are pretty solid right here. So my team, I got a lot of pickings. Let's go JSN. I like it. Tyreek, Watson, JSN, Barkley, Pollard. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Hendon Hooker flying up the draft board. Absolutely. I like your squad. That wide receiver core is nasty. Thank you, Wizard. Appreciate you. 14 above ADP. Nice, Smitty. Who did I draft 14 above? Who did I draft 14 above? Okay, so we're gonna at the end of this draft, we're gonna talk league winners, or at any point once I flip the camera back around, we're gonna talk about league winners. We're gonna talk about what players from the drafted spots that they got drafted from in this draft are winning leagues because of where they got drafted. Okay, so we're gonna identify. Actually, let's start now. What players in this draft? We're gonna go straight down. We're gonna straight across the first round. Are there league winners in round one? Yeah, yes and no. I mean, yes, the top five quarterbacks are all league winners because if you get those top five quarterbacks, you've got such a strategic advantage. to win the league. But if you're able to grab like a Jefferson or a Jamar Chase and still land a good quarterback, um, you got a league winner in a sense with that. So looking at the round two, I mean, of course, I think Bijan could be a league winner. Let's go a little deeper. Walker could be a league winner. Let's go a little deeper. Let's try and find some true league winners. Barkley, I felt was pretty good because he could be like a top 5, 6 overall player. And so I feel like it's pretty nice to get him in the third round. I feel like that's league winning potential. Brees Hall, same thing. Olave at almost the fourth round. That is potential league winning super flex material. Looks like I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock. We got Pacheco. We got Swift. We got Ingram. Let's go ahead and go Isaiah Pacheco. JSN, Christian Watson, Tyreek Hill, Isaiah Pacheco, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, Bryce Young, and Joe Burrow. We liking that? Pretty, pretty, pretty good. All right, can you guys still hear me okay? Brock Purdy, DeAndre Swift, Isaiah Pacheco, David Marsman, Montgomery, just peanut butter and waivers. I do like Monty in the right spot, but I don't like him in the fifth round in 1 QB right now. I don't. Fryermuth going to Ron. Got Deontay. Ron stacking it up. Of course, Ron sniped my Charbonnet. I'm never going to get Charbonnet in a draft with you guys. Tyler Algier on the clock. Who do I have queued? Ingram, Ritter, Mixon, Javonte. Jameson's nice. Evans, Ingram. You know, I'm going to do my use. I'm doing my use. I love it. I love it. I love it every time. I'm going to win a lot of leagues, or it's just going to be a nothing burger for me. That's for certain. So Joe Burrow, Bryce Young, Barkley, Pollard, Pacheco, Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson, JSN. Let's get back to league winning identification. Ramondre feels league winning in round 4. Tony Pollard feels league winning in round 4 in a super flex. Derrick Henry feels league winning in round 4. Travis Etienne feels league winning in round 4. Aaron Jones has some potential to be. Drake London in round 5 seems league winning pretty much no matter what. But I feel like this is where his 1 QB value is. So it's not that I don't love it. I just feel like, he is kind of going high. Christian Watson's league winning in round 5, potentially. Kyle Pitts is probably where he should be. I still love him, but Charbonnet's league winning in round 7 or 8 in Superflex or 1 QB. And in fact, when you get around this like 7 to 8 round territory, it's almost like you fall back into near the same ADP values a little bit. A little bit. Swift could be league winning in round 8. JSN could be league winning in round 7. Pacheco could be league winning in round 8. Waller's pretty darn good value, if not league winning, just really good value. Pickens is really good value around 7. Rashad White could be. Pacheco, like I said. Kamara's league winning around 9. Mike Evans is pretty darn good value around 9. Jameson Williams is pretty darn good at almost round 10. Jahmyr Gibbs is solid around 6. Love Ron's team minus Pickett, says Travis. You got 60 of you in here. Please punch that thumb up button for your boy. I appreciate you guys. I'm almost on the clock. My team is as follows as I prepare: Burrow, Bryce Young, Barkley, Tony Pollard, Pacheco, Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Watson, JSN. So let's get into the queue. Let's start queuing up some people. Let's go get some wide receivers in the queue. Okay, let's dial them up. Let's dial them up. Let's dial up the RBs. Get them in the queue. You know, I haven't queued Madison much. Let's get him in the docket here. Okay. QBs. What do we got here? Sam Howell's still there. You know,
I'm going Cole Kmet. I need a tight end pretty bad, and I really think he's going to have a monster year. I love cuffing him to Fields, but I think that's a good tight end situation for my team so far. Burrow, Bryce Young, Barkley, Tony Pollard, Pacheco, Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson, JSN, Cole Kmet. Doing it live. Burks, Madison just went. I love the Madison pick. If Cook gets traded, Madison, this could be a league winner. You want to identify some league winners, baby. This right here could be a league winner. We don't know yet. We have no certainty as to what's going to happen, but this guy right here, did Smitty just put the other pod in? Just got real clear sound. I don't know. One of them died, I think. I think it went down to one pod. So one pod with the way that this fountain might be making noise might have been just the right angle. Okay, so I'm on the clock here. Let's go Sam Howell. We're kind of rooting for Lamar to land in Washington, but if he doesn't, Sam Howell is going to be a pretty good quarterback to have. So far, the team is Burrow, Bryce Young, Sam Howell, Barkley, Pollard, Pacheco, Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson, JSN, and Cole Kmet. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Smitty, did you just pull it? Yeah, I don't know. I think you guys can hear me okay, though, right? It's not horrible. Once we're done with the draft, I'll walk around a little. All my guys are just falling into my lap, says Cop Watch. Love the running back room, Smitty. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like my team. G Money, appreciate you. If Lamar does get traded, then Huntley, he's not getting traded. He's going to, well, I mean, he could get traded, but like right now, he's going to sign an offer sheet. That's what's probably going to happen. He's not going to get traded yet. Getting traded is a lot harder to fathom right now. Not that it can't happen after the draft. But right this minute, it's not trading. It's an offer sheet signed into a deal. But I'm gonna be pushing Washington for a couple days straight. Start getting ready. I might do a Washington Redskins Lamar Jackson video. I know we talked about it a lot, but we're gonna hit it from different angles. We're gonna break down the fantasy impact to McLaurin, to Brian Robinson. Maybe they draft an RB. Maybe they get a Charbonnet later. Maybe they go with Brian Robinson. Maybe Brian Robinson has a nice little uptick in value that we're not really factoring in yet. But we're going to break down Washington and Lamar Jackson. I really think we might hear some buzz about this new management and maybe where they stand on Lamar. I think they're going to want to make a splash. We got to find out how quickly, and even if it becomes official, because it might not even be Texans don't take a QB at 2. I think that's all smoke, bro. I think that's all smoke. Dynasty, so I hope he goes there. Yeah. Okay, so we are on the clock here in a second. Mac Jones is there. Mac's not awful this late. Penny, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Zeke. Of course I get sniped. Of course. Would I expect anything different in my own draft? No. The answer is no. Let's go over to the tight end position. Let's go Dalton Kincaid. And I really kind of went late QB, so I have to bank on a rookie or two, unfortunately. I really only think one of the rookie tight ends, maybe we get two solid performing ones, but like I always say, there's a stronger chance these rookie tight ends, thrive their second year. But, if Kincaid goes to the right spot, I'm kind of hoping he goes to the Chargers. If Kincaid goes to the Chargers, then we're probably looking at a fast maturing process. Ron Navy has Jalen Hurts, Kenny Pickett, Baker Mayfield, Mike White, Najee, Charbonnet, Israel, AJ Garrett, Devontae Smith, Deontay, Pat Freiermuth, Taysom Hill. Hod says we're sleeping on Antonio Gibson. He's all yours, Hod. We're sleeping because we don't know that he's ever going to wake up, pal. We're going to go Boyd. We got Kincaid, we got Kmet, we got Boyd. We stacked Boyd with Joe Burrow. We got JSN, we got Christian Watson, we got Tyreek Hill, we got Kamara, Pacheco, Tony Pollard, Saquon, Sam Howell, Bryce Young, and Joe Cigar Smoking Burrow. Joe Cigar Smoking Burrow. Let's look for any league winners. League winners. Sky Moore is not a league winner, but I love him. Sean Tucker could be in the right spot. Kadarius Toney's got appeal, but I wouldn't call him a league winner. Javonte could be a league winner from round 10. Javonte around 10 if he gets back to form. You want to talk about league winners? Michael Thomas is not one of them. I got you there, didn't I? Swift could be, Pacheco. I think we're at the end of the road for league winners. I like Dotson. I don't know about league winner, but, could be. Could be pretty good. All right. We're getting closer to the pick. 7 picks away. Feeling pretty good. Who's going to be the wide receiver one at KC? I think Sky Moore. My man. Damian Harris. According to Steven. I mean, Harris could be good, but I'm not banking on it. I got to run after this. Maybe there's a scooter. With Sam Howell and Brissett, I think it's a pretty safe move. It kind of helps me. It kind of helps me not have to make any kind of crazy, like, I could almost leave my QB room this way. versus grab 2 more players. You know what I mean? Like, I probably would draft 2 more QBs if I didn't take Brissett to pair with Howell. So I'm probably done with my QB room at this point, which is nice. Garrett with a super. Michael Thomas, wide receiver 1. Olave, wide receiver 2. Don't cap. Smitty. Garrett, you're not going to get one person. I appreciate your super chat, but you're not going to get one. You can't use the don't cap or what are you talking about or eyeball emojis or any kind of sort of like shocking reaction, even at a super chat, when not one person in here is going to agree with you that Mike Thomas is the number 1 wide receiver over Chris Olave. It's just not going to happen, bro. No one's going to be on that train. Nobody, bro. Nobody. Find somebody in the chat. Do it live. I kind of like Downs a little bit. Josh Downs is pretty good. Find somebody. Is there anybody bold enough to say that they're on that train? That they don't think Olave is the number 1? Let's see. Let's see, Garrett. James Cook, because Damian Harris misses time every year. So, I mean, James Cook's going to be... Let's wait. We're going to be waiting here a while for somebody to confirm with Garrett. 1-2 says Michael Thomas better. You got to be kidding, 1-2. Bro, you got to be kidding. Olave, wide receiver 1. Yeah, Shaheed's better. Shaheed's the 2. Michael Thomas is the wide receiver 3. For real. For real. Yeah, Shaheed's better. MT isn't going more than 3 games. 10% chance Michael Thomas gets the wide receiver 1. 2% he holds it for the season. I'm pretty sure Olave averaged more targets. Yeah, Olave's a better wide receiver than Michael Thomas ever was. How do you like that? Like, Michael Thomas has been known to be very limited slant boy that did very, very well with the slants, but he was a slant boy. It was all quick slants. He did very, very good. But Olave's more talented than Michael Thomas ever was. Juwan Johnson better than Michael Thomas. That's funny, bro. Terrible take. Okay, Garrett. I think Garrett's admitting it was a terrible take. Garrett, we forgive you. Garrett, I will say, Garrett, no offense, bro, and I appreciate your super chat. And I'm pretty sure you're saying my take was terrible, but I believe everybody in here is willing to put their name down and put a receipt down that Mike Thomas is better than Olave is probably the worst take of the year. You just said my take was terrible. Garrett, your take was the worst take of the entire year. No one has dropped a worse take on this show than you saying Olave is not as good as Michael Thomas, especially talking this year, bro. That's the worst take we've ever heard. I appreciate your super chat, though. This guy's got thick skin. I love how he comes in strong after no matter what. No matter what, you can't. Garrett's skin is as thick as a raptor, like a dinosaur. Yeah, I honestly, Garrett, your take was the worst take of the entire year. I don't think I've ever heard a take worse than that. In fact, let me see if I can find somebody. Let me see. Okay. Everybody's making out. I don't think there's any football fans sitting right here. There's one couple making out there. There's one couple making out right there. And I don't think they want to talk about Chris Olave and Michael Thomas. But when I see a couple dudes walking by, or somebody in a jersey, I'm going to go ask them. We're going to put you on the spot, bro. Garrett tries to tell me it's a horrible take. My boy Garrett. What about the Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen take? Honestly, that was one of the worst takes of the year too. But somehow a big portion of not a big portion, but a significantly higher portion than I expected of our community. Like, you're talking like in the live chat, there was about a 30% of the voters, and there were only like they're under 100 votes. But to see that many people vote was weird. It was a little bit odd. Hodgins. We'll take Hodgins. I really like that. Burrow, Bryce Young. Olave will never have a season as good as Mike Thomas 2019. Okay. I mean, that's one take. That's one take, broski. I'm not saying his one season wasn't amazing. Number one, Garrett. We're talking about, you said the wide receiver 1 is Michael Thomas. So that infers you're talking about 2023. We can compartmentalize this into two different, ways. To say that the wide receiver 1 in New Orleans is Mike Thomas is you telling us that Mike Thomas is better than Olave right now. And everyone in here, except for I think there's one person, probably your relative, said that, yeah, that's the most ridiculous take we've ever heard. So we went on, the people that believe in Olave, to pile it on even further and say that Olave is better than Mike Thomas ever was. That doesn't mean that his one season might not go down as one of the better seasons, in history. There are wide receivers that are not the most amazing wide receivers or even close to it to ever play the game that have huge years that they dropped. So I don't know that necessarily defines anything to say that one season you could hold above all of Olave's seasons. What if Olave has a little bit lesser season but has 5 straight? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to compare apples to apples, and you're not. Number 2, for you to say that Olave can have a better season than Slant Boy, I think he can. But I will go as far as to say Olave blows Mike Thomas, his career, out of the water, bro, because Olave is going to ball for multiple years. I appreciate you, Garrett, but that has to be one of the worst takes I've ever heard so far in 2023. And if I find anybody that I can interview, bro, we're going to interview him live and ask him that question. I'm tempted to go into the Thirsty Lion and see if there are any people thirsty for some fantasy content, and then I can ask them. But Garrett, I appreciate you. Garrett, thick skin Garrett. Josh Allen is reckless 2022 Smitty. So? He is reckless. I mean, he's solid receiver, but can't stay healthy. Olave has ridiculous potential. Agreed. My team so far: Joe Burrow, ha ha ha. Bryce Young, Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett. My wide receiver or my quarterback room is pretty solid. Barkley, Pollard, Pacheco, Kamara, Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson, JSN, Boyd, Josh Downs, Isaiah Hodgins, Komet, Dalton Kincaid, Darnell Washington. I'm on the clock. Running back is kind of needed here. Who can we get? Oh, James Robinson's available. Just kidding. 9 seconds left. Time is ticking away. Good Lord. McBride. Oh, McBride. At least I queued somebody. It went a little early, but I had him queued. Of course. There he goes, right there. There he goes. Immediately. Wide receiver core is a little suspect. You think, bro? You think my wide receiver core is suspect? Tyreek Hill, Christian Watson, JSN, Boyd, Hodgins. How's that suspect, bro? I don't know about that. I think the only thing suspect is how many points it's going to score, bro. If it's going to be a top 2, 3, or 4 wide receiver room in this entire group of 12, that's the only thing I'm suspecting. I've got good quarterbacks. I've got amazing wide receivers. I've got 3 solid tight end options. Definitely going to be looking maybe to add another. If I go RB, how far the mighty fallen. Look at Leonard Fournette. How far the mighty have fallen. Oh, there's the guy. This is the guy that was going to take James Robinson. The guy who's going to take ETN's job. Zappy is a good pick. That's a good pick. Kind of feel like McKinnon's going to land somewhere. 71 of you in here, only 38 thumbs up. Punch that thumb up button for your boy. I like Chase Brown a little bit. I like Chase Brown. Let's go with Musgrave, I guess. Let's get a fourth tight end in there. What's the bet, Smitty, for Mike to finish over Olave? Good God, what do you want it to be? Come on, bro. Okay, yeah, how about this? I'll give you, we'll do the usual. I'll give you a free lifetime membership to the fantasyfootballshow.com, the $99 package, content for life, rankings, the bold predictions, the articles, the everything. I'll give you that $99 package for life. And if you're wrong, you buy it, and you're gonna get the content. It's not like you're just giving away. You're just giving away money. You're just buying the package. You buy the package. I'll give it to you for free. Do we have a deal? And you can't go running and never come back. Like, I mean, people do it all the time. We got a deal, Garrett? Deal. You guys heard it here. Garrett, I'm going to write it down on my board, Garrett. You're buying a $99 thefantasyfootballshow.com package. I'll buy it for you, though. Okay? Or I'll give it to you free if you win the bet. The last pick for me is probably going to be an RB. Ian says you could just pay now, bro. Hey, Ian, I'm going to talk to Garrett real quick, guys. So everybody, if you guys would just turn your volume down. If everybody watching right now would just please not listen to this. Don't eavesdrop on this conversation. This is between Garrett and I. Garrett, if you back down now and you just buy this $79 package right now, I'll let you off the hook. Because I know you didn't mean to probably make that bet. You let yourself get excited. So if you want to take it away now, it'll only cost you $79. You know what I mean? I just want to give you that way out, okay? All right, guys, you can come back in. You guys can come back in. Earmuffs can come off. Just want to make sure I gave my man, an opportunity to kind of like, pay up now and pay up a little less versus have to pay the full price later. Olave versus Mike Thomas. I almost feel bad. That's like making a bet with your grandma. Like your grandma has never played fantasy before and like asking her to put a $50 entry fee in. Mike Thomas versus, come on, bro. Come on. Running backs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got enough wide receivers, I think. Let's see what wide receivers are available. Richie James. You know what? Maybe I go Richie James. All right, I'm not gonna review all the teams because we already did that. Who's my Burrow in the 6th round this year? Probably. It depends where T-Law falls. Richie James, Q. Yeah, hey, no, I want to make a point. Garrett, you better not pull that injury back out. One of the things I respect the least in this world is when someone makes a wager and then they try and blame injury on the wager. Like the wager should be taken off the board because a player got hurt. That is one of the most unflattering stances a human being can take. So there's no injury clause. Anybody can get hurt, and we're not taking it off the board. Olave could get hurt tomorrow, and you're going to win the bet if Mike Thomas walks out and catches one pass. So, Garrett, don't even try that. I'm going to put it on the board that injury doesn't matter. That's part of the problem with your Mike Thomas argument, is Mike Thomas is a walking injury, bro. Handshake, spit in the hand, shake the hand. Richie who? What has Richie James done? I mean, he signed with KC, and I really liked him in New York, bro. He's got a lot of upside. As a 20th round player, Q. As a 20th round player, Q. You're talking about Richie James in KC, or what? Who? Robert Woods in Houston? Like, what are we talking about, bro? It's a 20th round dart throw. You're correct. You know, somebody made fun of Brock Purdy getting drafted in the last pick of the 2022 NFL draft. That was a dart throw too, pal. Let's see. I'm going to see if we can find anybody. Sky Moore is the guy to own. I agree. I love Sky Moore. Sky Moore's not available in the 20th round cop watch. Otherwise I would have taken him. Let's see. Where's the fantasy football mags? Q says, come on what? Come on what? Come on what, bro? D-Hop to the Jets speculation now all over ESPN. Yep. We might even go live on something like that in the next 10 hours. D-Hop to the Ravens is certainly possible. There's something going on over here. I don't want D-Hop to Jets. We're gonna try and find a scooter. We'll try and find a scooter. We'll try and get on a scooter and ride it around. I don't know that we'll find one. They aren't as available as they used to be. Your first fantasy football scooter show was several years ago. If D-Hop goes to the Ravens, Lamar to the moon. Vibing out, Smitty. That's right. Can you guys hear that music? I don't want the music to be on the YouTube channel because they don't want music playing. Is that music drowned it out pretty good? Hopefully you can't hear it too much. Hold on. What's up, guys? Hey, I just want to say I appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks for being here. Someday. Someday we'll be walking on the stage like that, and there'll be a big old crowd waiting for us. Yep. All right, we're walking. I don't know how much longer we're going to be. I'm a little hungry. Maybe I'll go to In-N-Out. What time is it? 11:05. I got to run. After I run, I'm going to go get an In-N-Out burger, baby. Big roaring crowd. They're all waiting. All right. Yeah, Vegas, we need to get together. I want to do it for the draft, but I don't think we have enough time. But maybe in August we all meet. Like, we just pick a day to be in Vegas, and anybody can make it, they can make it. And we'll just meet in the MGM lounge, outside of the sports book. And we'll just walk around, we'll watch some games, we'll sit in the bar areas. Maybe we'll do a draft. Maybe we'll organize a bunch of best ball drafts, and jump in over and over and over. Maybe we can get with Underdog and have them create some sort of tournament that we can do. And then on top of that, we can do some sort of sleeper tournament draft or something. Where did I park? I don't know. I have no idea where I parked. Can I join? Well, you gotta be in Vegas, baby. We'll schedule it out. We'll make a little trip out of it. I'll get Miss Smitty excited about going on a little vacation. And we'll do it live. Build a tickler. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. What? I hope Steven's not watching right now. If Steven comes, the entire time Steven will be talking, and we're going to have to put him in a physical timeout, because I think you won't even let me. What is this? It's like a little racetrack for little guys. It's like a little racetrack. Indoor drift track. How's it going? In-N-Out Burger Fund. Yeah, Ron Navy had a boy. There's I was gonna ask those dudes a couple questions. We'll try and run into a couple people. They were busy working. We'll try and run into a couple people and interview them, but it's pretty dead over here. It's pretty dead over here. Oh, there's the bookstore again. We went a big circle. We're on the other side of it though. Invite Denny. Can you imagine Denny, Bill the Tickler, and Steven all together? Now I'm gonna have to get In-N-Out. Hey, Brian, if you ever get it, do you get it animal style? In-N-Out animal style is so good, bro. It's not on the menu, but I'm sure you know about it, right? Animal style. We're gonna do it live. I gotta run. I want to find a scooter, but I don't see one. Is there one over there? No, it's a bike rack. Animal style is the only way. Hey, Brian, have you ever got an animal style, bro? Denny, Steven, and Bill the Tickler. I kind of picture if we do go to Vegas and we have Bill the Tickler Bill the Tickler on this side, Denny right here, and Steven, like walking. I want Ron. I'm gonna hand Ron Navy my phone, and we're gonna walk around the corner like this, and then Bill's gonna go, and we're just gonna walk like this. Where's my car? Oh, there it is. Can you imagine that shot of Bill the Tickler, me, Denny, and Steven just walking together in a row? Just slow, boom. Brian says, always animal style, yeah. I know those guys would try and make it. I know we get at least 2 of those guys. That would be the best clip ever. That'd be the best clip ever. But the funny thing is, like, I would really plan like a couple hours of us walking around guerrilla marketing. Just hand all of you a stack of business cards about that thick. Toss t-shirts on about, first 20 of you that I see. And then we just walk around and the fantasy football show. The fantasy football show. Learn about it. I can just see Denny walking by some couple going, the fantasy football show. Do you know about it? Smitty can spiral it. He can sling it. He can sling it. I'll tell you, this guy's a quarterback. I'm not in and out. Am I? Okay. Yeah, that'd be great if we all could pick up like 1,000 subs just walking around. That'd be amazing. That would be a phenomenal trip. If that's what we were able to accomplish, 1,000 subs on a trip like that, I'd schedule it every year. But we'll definitely schedule it. We'll do something. Hopefully it'd be this year in August. If we miss out on this year, maybe we do something next NFL draft. But I hope we can find a way to get there. He slings it. Smitty slings it. Denny around the bars and the casinos. Oh my God. Am I the only one that's picturing Denny getting there and then vanishing and then never seeing him again for the rest of the trip, and then us checking in and him going, Smitty, here's the deal. I didn't know where I was. Steven will want to get paid. Now, Steven just won't let me talk. I think I'll be walking around all day, and we'll just have to put like one of those like, well, to like tie his mouth with a what do you call it? A handkerchief. Well, to put one like in his mouth, and he just walks around, and every 10 minutes we can take it out and he can talk. You missed my super chat. I'm sorry, Rock Out. On the phone, sometimes they go by quick. Let me look for it. Thank you, Ron, for the super chats. Appreciate you. Going to get in and out on Ron tonight. Attaboy, Ron. I'm going to go get a burger. I'm so hungry. But I got to run first. Second week of August, Las Vegas. That would be fun, bro. Does anybody know if there's any like fantasy expos in Vegas during that week? Could someone do like a Google search? Because that would be ideal if we go guerrilla market a fantasy football expo. Just go blast in there. Be like, the fantasy football show. What are you going to do about it? Early quarterback. I could see Denny cornering some young man with his girlfriend, saying, Denny screaming at him, and me walking up and just saying, Denny, what's going on here? This guy's trying to tell me, Smitty, the early quarterback doesn't work. And I'm trying to tell him, you sling it. You sling it, Smitty. Denny's showing up in his Ford Falcon. Denny will show up when everyone is leaving. That could happen too. I just think Denny would like come and then like vanish for a minute, and we never see him again. Like he would just get lost somewhere. Denny will be screaming, Steven sucks. Yeah, that was funny. Remember when I hung up on Denny the other night? I'm like, Denny, you're in timeout. He goes, Steven sucks. Denny, I'm hanging up on you. Steven sucks. T-shirts that say "Sling it, Smitty." I think they unknown because we don't know if that's really true. Denny's just spreading this rumor that I am a quarterback. Who's the big? I mean, Denny's more famous than I am. Bill the Two's the biggest superstar. Denny, Steven, or Bill the Tickler? Probably Denny. Denny. I mean, before Steven. If Steven's watching this, we just broke his heart. Steven, you're an angel. You're an angel, okay? But Denny's bigger than life, you know. Denny DeVito. Flag football. My knees, I'd tear an ACL the first play. I can't do side to side anymore. I can run straight forward. I can play tennis and I can play like, sports like that. Pickle, like I want to get it, pickleball. I want to get into that because I love tennis. I can play tennis, but that's like the only, shooting baskets. I got a basketball court in the backyard, but I can't play competitive left to right sports anymore. I just tear something. Smitty, the way you described it is how the strip clubs advertise it on the strip. I want to build a pickleball court in my backyard. Denny's mom is mad at you, probably. There's a fantasy football expo in Vegas from August 11th to the 13th. Good. Thank you, Sports Talk. Maybe we go during that time. There's some rumor out. Hold on, let me check the rumor real quick because there's something about Adam Peters right now. The rumor that Nick Caserio could leave the Texans after the draft has hired successor as 49ers assistant GM Adam Peters. Can you imagine if Adam Peters, who is responsible for, I believe, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Bosa, like this guy Peters deserves a GM job right now. Oh wow, Caserio is good, bro. That guy knows what he's doing. Yeah, I don't know. Is the report saying he's gonna leave? Why would he leave? He's doing so good. How high are you on the Texans? I love them. I think they're turning their team around. They're very much on the same track that the Bengals were on. They're just, a little bit behind. They're not there yet. The Lions were on last year. That's kind of where Houston's going to enter 2023 like the Lions entered 2022, where they show a lot of, flashes of what's to come, but they don't really, they can't win games necessarily to the degree to make the playoffs. But they'll be like a year away. Especially imagine if the Texans take JSN at 12 and they take Bryce Young at 2. Or if they take Stroud at 2 and they take JSN at 12. You know what I mean? Like that team's a different team 1 year from today. Yeah, Peters is gone, bro. And I don't blame him. The Niners are absolute, I'm sorry, I got a lot of Niner fans in here, but you're going to lose Peters. You're going to lose Peters. You're going to lose him, and you're doing nothing about it. It's par for the course. It's par for the course. It's expected. This is the way the Niners operate. You're going to lose Peters. You're going to lose him. He should have been the GM. You should have hired him as the GM. You should hire him at some, high capacity somewhere. Like, I like the way John Lynch has been operating, but if you're going to lose Peters, you got to move John Lynch over to some operational job and shove Peters right into the GM role. Trey Lance to the Texans, that would be good. Can you imagine Trey Lance and Peters to the Texans? Peters might have been one of the believers in Trey, and he's probably like, get me out of here. Give me Trey. Let's go. Let's go. That'd be great, Travis. Peters doesn't need good draft picks. Yeah, he can do anything with anything, bro. He finds those gems. He's amazing. You know who else is good is Veach. in KC, he knows his stuff too. But Peters is a whole different level. I mean, he should be. I don't know if he'd be good at coaching or not, but you wonder. He's obviously good at personnel, and GMing is probably where he's made to be. But he's gonna be gone, bro. Just like I mean, losing Mike McDaniel was really. I would take Mike McDaniel over Shanahan in a heartbeat, and that's honestly what I would have done. I said that when it happened too, and everyone's like, "Arr!" And everybody was not super high on Shanahan until Christian McCaffrey showed up. Now he's Coach of the Year candidate and all that. We'll see. All right, Thomas, appreciate you. Ian Cummings. I don't know who I wanted as the Cards GM, to be honest. I was kind of just waiting and seeing. I did want Sean Payton as head coach, but Miami Mike's a monster, bro. Mason says they won't lose him. You don't know that. I mean, there's a lot of, people say a lot of things, People say a lot of things, bro. So, I mean, imagine if your boss was in front of you and they're asking you about whether you want to leave. You're not going to be like, yeah, we're looking into it. You're like, I'm not going anywhere. I love where I'm at. God, take me out of here. Come on. It's hopeful, Mason. Yeah, I know you're hopeful. You're a Niner fan. I can tell. I just got surprised he turned down the GM position. I was just surprised he turned down the GM position. I think he wants to. I think he's smart. It sounds like he wants to still learn, which is awesome. That he's not trying to go too fast, I guess. Lamar needs an agent, right? Yeah. Here comes the Niners denial. Says Travis. Packers better stop playing hardball. Exactly. Go watch. Rock Out watched it, but if you missed it, go watch the show today, 7 p.m. show. I mean, I think we hit on some good points that the Packers are potentially going to make this into a mess that the Jets say, give me Lamar. Give me Lamar. They sidestep into Lamar. Boom. All right, guys, I'm going to go run. Appreciate you all. I could be live again, on some of this news later, or I'm just going to create something and drop it in the early morning in a live premiere. I'll see you all later. Cop Watch, appreciate you. Thank you, Garrett, for all the super chats. Thank you, Ron Navy, for all the super chats. Bless me. Thank you. Who else super chatted? Rock Out, Travis. I forget. You guys are awesome. I think Travis, yeah, you dropped one. Anybody dropped a super chat, appreciate you. Later, people. Got him. Max, appreciate you. Thank you, Hod. I'm going to go run. Ron Navy, I think Kincaid or Meyer. I like Kincaid more than Mayer. Like the stream, says Peanut Butter. Like the stream. Peters is from NorCal and has a wife. Okay. No problem, Travis. You're the man. Ron Navy, I'm going to get in and out. I'm going to put it on my Instagram. 3 mile run, no. I'm not there yet. I mean, I could run one if I had to. But I'm at like a 1 mile. I run it in like 7 minutes, and then I, run another mile later in the day. So I'm running like multiple miles per day, spacing it out. But I'll get to the 3 mile runs again. I'm a little bit behind on that. All right. Later, everybody. Appreciate you. Deontay rebound season, probably not for me, but is it possible, I guess. Peace out.